Good morning, everybody. My name is Carlos Luengos. First of all, I have to thank the EDP for giving us the chance to present today our two challenges. I work for EDP since, I think since 2005, and I've been always in the commercial side of the business. So the first challenge that I'm going to present is related to commercial issues. Okay. First of all, I have to make a short introduction of EDP to present the company. Most of you, I guess, you know EDP, but well, some figures. We're a company originally from Portugal, but now we're present in more than 14 countries. We are in the energy business, as you know. We are producers, distributors, and we also sell energy. At the present moment, most of our revenues come from Portugal. They still come from Portugal. As you can see in the slide, 42% of our EBITDA come from Portugal. But we also have revenues from the United States, where we have basically renewable energies, wind energy. From Portugal, where we produce and distribute electricity. From Spain, where we already get approximately 20% of our EBITDA. And from other countries in Europe. Talking about Spain, we have here, as you know, energy production, energy distribution, basically in Asturias and in small distribution companies in other areas of Spain, gas distribution, and we have energy supply for customers, industrial and domestic customers. We have here in Spain around 2 million energy supply contracts. We also have close to 500,000 million service contracts. And that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the service contracts. Because now all the utilities, all the companies that are in the energy supply business, we are all in the race of launching new services, complementing the product portfolio that we have now. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I read in the papers that utility companies in Spain, we have more than 5 million service contracts, and that's a lot. And what kind of service we are designing and launching in the market? Well, basically we are launching maintenance services for industrial equipment or for home appliance like boilers, home devices. We also are launching energy solutions like self-production of energy with solar energy, photovoltaic energy. We are also launching products that basically are the sale of efficient equipment like new boilers or heating pumps or LED lighting for homes and for business. We sell them in payments. We sell them together with the energy supply in bundling products and including maintenance. And those are the kind of services we are designing, we're thinking about, and we are already working on them. As I told you before, we have already 500,000 at EDP, but the market in Spain is 5 million and growing. Okay, so that's the second challenge. Sorry, we changed turns. To launch new products, we have to test them. Okay, we are in a hurry. We want to launch as many services as we can. We want to be the first in the market, but testing a product is not only important, it's also expensive. What do we have to, why do we have to test a service, a new service in the market? It's obvious. First of all, we have to find out if there's a real need or if we can create it. We have to find out if our product or service will work and how will it work. We have to check if the customers value it in a positive way or not. We have to find out if we are really able to handle the whole operations, and we are able to install, to do the maintenance, to do the customer service. We have to make numbers. We have to know how much will it cost to us, the end-to-end process. So that's what a pilot is about, and that's why we need to launch pilots. The thing is that, as I told you before, it's not easy. I mean, it takes time, and we are working for organizations, for companies that have processes and systems that are not thought for launching pilots. I mean, we're industrial companies that work for the millions of interactions, for the millions of customers, that we need very rigid and robust process and systems, and we need to train a very large organization to handle all these operations, because our core business at the end of the day is to supply energy in a safe manner and in a reliable manner. So this is our core business, and introducing new procedures and new products and new services, sometimes it disturbs the organization. For us, testing a new product is a very long and expensive learning curve for the whole organization. And it's like, let's say, like putting a stick in the wheel of our business as usual process. Okay? So it's difficult for us to afford launching processes in a business as usual environment, in a business as usual context. Okay. Those are our rigid, robust, and reliable system and processes. Today we have ISU as SAP for field operations. We have very strong mobility systems to handle the operations. We have SAP also for billing and for collections. We have a very strong system for printing and finishing, to make invoices, to make communications to customers. We have a very big and strong CRM for customer care. And those are the kind of systems and processes that we have and that we want to have. I mean, the thing is that testing a new product using the same teams, the same organization, and the same systems is not efficient. It's very costly, and it doesn't work. Okay, so what's what we need? What we need basically is a new solution to run pilots, okay? Because what we are doing now is testing in the business as usual environment. Testing a product always means changing, reshaping, redefining, testing again, and that's something that we cannot afford within our business as usual. So what we're asking for is some kind of solutions, some kind of tools, some kind of set of tools that allow us to get flexibility to prove new services, new products outside this environment. I'm going to try to explain it with an example. Okay. Well, we are working now in several new services. For example, a new charger for electric vehicles. I know it's not a product that is demanding the market right now, but we know that it's going to happen. Okay. We have to, first of all, select the equipment, I mean, the hardware, what kind of charger are we going to use. Well, but at the end, it's a matter of analyzing, comparing, and making decisions. Then we have to design the product. Will it be a product with maintenance? Are we going to make bundling with energy? Are we going to make the commercial approach with commercial proposal first, or is it going to be a closed price product? How are we going to install the product? How are we going to handle the customer service? How are we going to fix the problems of the customer, incidences? How should we build this product? Do the customer care, the cost control of the whole pilot? And the most important thing, how are we going to get a good feedback from the customer that allow us to define the final product that will be ready to launch to the market? Okay. Doing this, if we do it with the usual organization and the business as usual environment, means defining the product, training the field operations team to be able to install it, training the customer care team to be able to take care of our customer, building the back office team to be able to invoice the product. And it's a very long and expensive learning curve for us. So this tool that we would like to have to incorporate these new products and services into the business as usual only when it is finally defined, when we have the fine-tuned version that we know that we are going to sell, and that we think that the market is going to accept. Okay. Of course, this new solution, this new tool, it's going to have some kind of connections with our core systems. Some information to get about beta customers, because we're talking about real customers, but we're talking about the tens, we're talking about the hundreds, we're not talking about the millions. We're talking about a tool to handle 10, 50, 100 customers. So it will need information that come from our core systems, and it will dump some information also to the core systems. But we should try to minimize those connections, because what we want is something that we can handle in an isolated way. So we don't introduce this disturbing in the business as usual. Well, I know it's a challenge that might be probably ambitious, okay, but those are goals. We're thinking in a solution, probably in a cloud-based solution. We are thinking in applications like Google Engine applications. It must be something flexible, scalable, something that allow us to work with continuous changes, because that's what our organization now is needing for this kind of projects. And those are the goals, to reduce the cost and time of launching new products and services in our company, to incorporate in our portfolio only the products and services when we think they are ready, and therefore, pay the learning curve of the whole organization only when we have the definitive product, and to get flexibility to be able to work continuously in a pilot mode, because that's something that we feel that we are needing. Of course, as I said before, it should be ambition, but I know that there's, of course, enough intelligence and innovation skills in this room to provide us with new interesting solutions. Okay? Any questions?